Hello.
So, officially, demonstrations and First Amendment activities cannot take place in the Botanic Garden grounds, which this is part of, so it would be across the street.
So is this not considered a public sidewalk?
This is not a public sidewalk.
It's not publicly accessible sidewalk?
It is an accessible sidewalk that is a part of the U.S. Botanic Garden, so that falls under the Capitol campus, and there are restrictions on demonstrations on Capitol campus.
Okay, what are the restrictions?
If you wanted to call Capitol Police, they'd be happy to explain it. I'm just letting you know that it would have to move across the street.
So we've never had an issue here before. I'm only standing here because I'm waiting for somebody that wanted to use the restroom.
Okay,
so
but you have to put the signs away then.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't matter. How am I going to put them away? I mean,
it would just have to. It cannot be displayed on the grounds.
Work with me here. I mean, I'm waiting for somebody to come.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to escalate it. Like I said, I'm just waiting for somebody to come out. That's the only reason I'm standing
You
here.
can wait across the street. If you want to.
So I have to cross the street over there to wait for her to come out, then cross the street back over here to go that way. So I can't.
Hey, officer. I'm gonna try to see.
Either display the signs across the street like we said, or just put them away while you're waiting for your friend to come out of the bathroom.
Like I said, how am I going to put them away? I mean,
You can put them on the ground. You can stand in front of them. They just cannot be actively part of a demonstration with signs on Capitol campus.
So, even though we have a permit to be on Capitol grounds?
And where does your permit say that you can be?
I believe our permit covers most of the Capitol area. We get a permit every year for this.
Yeah,
we've been doing this for 33 years.
I recall you guys were here last year and we had the same thing where you cannot be displaying.
Right. So the last time I was told this by somebody, we had this conversation yesterday, and it was because one of our people had walked down there and was sitting on one of the benches with the sign sitting next to them while they were waiting for somebody to come out, and they said that they had to be out here on the sidewalk. So that's the only reason I'm pushing back is because yesterday we were told something different. We were told we just had to be out here. We couldn't be in there. So now you're telling us we can't even be out here, and so I'm trying to clarify because
it would be across the street because that is no longer the Botanic Garden grounds.
So
the rules apply for the indoor and outdoor spaces of the garden.
Right. So who is right? The one that told us that yesterday, or you today? That's what I'm questioning, because yesterday we were told we just had to be out here along the street on this sidewalk. We couldn't go into there, and now I'm being told today that we can't even be here. That's why I'm trying to clarify. So I mean, I don't know if you're the one that oversees all that. I don't know if you're the effectively the queen of this whole place, or if the lady I spoke to yesterday was the queen of the place. I don't know who controls it, right? But so I'm going by what I was told yesterday. And so I just want to clarify because we're going to be here for the rest of the week. So I don't want to push back and give you a hard time, but I just want to clarify because when I'm getting
when the permit is issued through them, they'd be the best authority.
So when I'm getting it's not even about the whole permit thing. Like we were told yesterday, we just had to be out here.
Well, I apologize for the confusion, but that also extends to our grounds.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the inside, the outside gated garden, or Toby Fountain across the street.
Yeah, we don't. I made sure that we wouldn't be in there again after that happened. I corrected everybody, and I even stopped one of our people from passing literature inside. So I'm with you on this. I understand. I just, like I said, I wanted to clarify because yesterday we were told out here, and now you're telling me across the street. And if I'm waiting for somebody,
so
okay,
we get clarification.
Yeah. So if I'm waiting for somebody to come out of there, it makes no sense. I've got to walk across the street to safely get back up there. So, you're telling me I have to cross the street multiple times, which, becomes a safety hazard on my part crossing the road.
We have a crosswalk there, so you're welcome to utilize that.
And I've almost been hitting your crosswalk 3 or 4 times by people that didn't like the messaging. So it becomes a safety, and I understand your point, but it becomes a safety issue for us. So I'm just...
For the Capitol Police officers,
that's fine.
We'll be sure to let you know.
Like I said, I just want to clarify because I got different information from somebody else yesterday. So it's nothing against you or anything. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but I got to make sure that I get the right information. So
yeah, and they'll be on their way, I think, shortly, and so they'll be able to let you know.
There's 1,000 of them around here. I can't imagine it would take long. But yeah, no, you guys have been good with us over the years. I don't want to give you a hard time, but like I said, I just want to clarify, and that's fine. If that's the case, then we'll figure it out. But it's becomes an issue. So. Well, there's the first of your backup coming out now.
Excuse me.
Said there's the first of your backup coming out now.
He's not the recipe.
No, I know. He was coming out to check on you guys to make sure I wasn't giving you a hard time, I guess, or I don't know. Odd that he just walked out halfway and then turned around.
Hey folks, how we doing?
Hey,
Not too bad. How you doing?
So we're just trying to get some clarification about the rules. Victoria from she was there for the BG. She said that they're not allowed to stand and protest here because this is still the sidewalk of the BG.
Okay.
So
let me check the map because the rules on protesting regulations, like where you're allowed to, where you're not, do change. You guys are a permitted group though, right? Your permits for over there?
We have a permit for the west lawn of the Capitol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm out here waiting. So one of our people stepped in to use the restroom quick, so I was out here waiting for her.
Okay.
And
You
only
were
been
also
out here?
displaying the signs.
well,
so
yes, I mean I was displaying the signs. Yes.
So
But-
he is allowed to display the sign if he's on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'll show everybody here right now. You can look at this too, sir. So on the red areas, you cannot protest at all.
Okay, I can't really see it very well, but
Yeah, so like in all these grassy areas, stuff like that, this sidewalk that we're on right now, and this path that we're on right now, you can demonstrate.
okay,
You cannot be in the way of people walking.
right,
So like if you want to be on this sidewalk, you have to be on the side so people can still get by.
right,
Now, if you were to step in front of people, that'd be another charge.
right,
Inside the buildings, obviously,
right.
not
Yeah.
allowed at all.
Yep.
It's another red area. But if you're staying right here, pretty much good.
Okay.
Just don't interfere with people.
Absolutely.
walking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you said you're waiting on somebody. to
Yeah. I
come
was
out?
waiting on somebody to come out of the bathroom. So.
Okay.
But yeah.
So,
So we are good on this sidewalk.
you're good on this
And then
sidewalk.
do you say we're good here too?
So this is another path, not up there.
Right. Not past the
This
steps.
sidewalk that you're on right here.
Okay.
So once you get to those steps, it's a different area.
Right.
But this right here, as long as you're on the side and you're not blocking people,
Okay.
then there's no problem.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Just
Appreciate
just
it.
for your knowledge, that also changes with like how many people. So like obviously you just being here is fine. You can't bring your whole group over here.
Right. So what is? I mean, I assume that cuts off at like 25, or what's the? Because I know like National
Yeah,
Park
well,
Service
I
is
believe
25.
Yeah, I believe they raised the cap for that 30 now.
30
Yeah.
Okay.
30. So I mean, yeah. But you guys have a permanent area, so
Right.
you're cool in here, man. Just you, obviously.
Right.
Just don't bring the whole group over.